I am the least racist person. I can't even see the audience because it's so dark, but I don't care who's in the audience. I'm the least racist person in this room.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the channel. So today's clips have been making rounds online and they're pretty intense, but credit to the original creators. This video is purely for educational purposes and commentary. Let's keep watching.
Name one time Trump was racist. Okay, I will. 1973, the Nixon administration sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people. 1980s, Trump's casinos were accused of hiding the black staff when Trump visited. 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad arguing for the death penalty for a group of 5 black men at Central Park 5, effectively putting a bounty on their heads and plaguing them with a lifetime of death threats. He was sued by the Justice Department for discrimination. 1991, black guys counting my money, I hate it. The only kinds of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think that the black guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. 1992, Trump's casino was fined $200,000 for transferring black dealers off certain tables to appease racist patrons. 1993, Trump said Native American casinos shouldn't be allowed because they don't look like Indians to me. 2000, Trump ran a series of attack ads against Native American casinos alleging, with no proof, that they were guilty of crimes. 2004, Trump fired a black contestant from The Apprentice for being overeducated. 2010, Trump arguing in favor of segregating Muslims in Lower Manhattan. 2011, birtherism. Trump alleged that Obama was Kenyan based on nothing but skin color. He never apologized nor denied.
He hates black people. He hates black people. He said terrible, dangerous cities like Oakland, Baltimore, D.C., because they're majority black population cities. He hated black people when he took out 4 full-page ads in New York newspapers calling for the Central Park 5 to be executed. Innocent black children. He hated black people when he picked Haitian immigrants to bully because he knew dumbass white-skinned Latinos like me would fucking fall for that shit. He hates black people. He fucking hates black people. I don't know how much clearer he can get.
Fear-mongering at its best. The reason why President Trump actually kicked off and did this is because a 3-year-old black girl died. Because all of the violence that's been happening in Washington, D.C. Now, I sit back and I tell myself, why do all the Democrats love crime so much? Like, if you really think about it, out of the top 25 states, at least 22 of them are democratically ran. And do you also notice whenever these people are trying to push their bullshit, they always try to target the black folks? This be their favorite thing to do. Black folks are over here minding their own business, and Democrats keep trying to bring them into their bullshit. And she's gonna downplay that she's a white Latina? Girl, have some pride. That is fear-mongering at its best, because that shit makes no sense how the Democrats loves crime so much. They love to say, oh, President Trump is this, President Trump is that. President Trump is militarizing Washington, D.C. and all that other weird shit that these people are saying. But whenever you ask the people of Washington, D.C., they will tell you straight up what President Trump is doing is good. Like, I'm not trying to listen to no Olivia Juliana that doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And how the fuck does cleaning up the streets means that he hates black people? Unfortunately, a majority of the people that's doing crime in Washington, D.C. are black people. Because the residents of Washington, D.C. are literally coming on here and telling us the people that are committing crimes are the people who look like us. The people that's robbing and killing us is the people who look like us.
So did you hear that Trump pulled out a racist trope from the era of American slavery when talking about undocumented workers? Yeah, he was being interviewed on CNBC when he said this about people from Central and South America working on American farms.
These people do it naturally. Naturally. They don't get a bad back because if they get a bad back, they die.
These people do it naturally. That's precisely what slaveholders said about enslaved African Americans to justify slavery. They claimed the natural place of African Americans in the world was to be enslaved because they naturally had lower intelligence and naturally had bodies that could withstand hard labor, long hours, infectious diseases, and extreme heat. Or as Trump put it, they could be worked almost to death and, quote, they don't get a bad back. According to enslavers, black people occupied a position in the natural order that was a notch or two above livestock, but well below the status of white people. That's clearly how Trump sees the largely Latino workforce laboring on American farms. But Trump wasn't done with the racism. He made it clear that in his ideal world, black Americans would be the ones laboring in those fields. But alas.
You know, people that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They're just not doing that work. And they've tried, we've tried, everybody tried. They don't do it.
There you have it. Those inner city black people should be doing the farm labor. But according to Trump, they're just too lazy. As he put it, we, white people, have tried everything, but they, black people, refuse to work. So much racism in just a few sentences. And the eggs? Still expensive.
Do you know why Donald Trump is by far the worst president ever? Well, I'm going to try and explain it to you as quickly as I can. He is destroying our economy, the stock market, international relations, consumer confidence, our system of government, the balance of power, judicial independence, Social Security, Medicaid, medical research, airline safety, our national parks, veterans benefits, our education system. He's trampled over our freedom of the press, ended life-saving humanitarian efforts, created havoc throughout our government workforce, enabled incessant lying, is destroying environmental protections, has the least qualified, most unethical administration ever, is letting the measles run wild, has enabled Elon Musk's minions to steal our most sensitive data and store it who knows where, is essentially kidnapping people off the street to be tortured in El Salvador without any due process, has unleashed nonsensical, unnecessary, inflation-igniting tariffs, is whitewashing our history. He's using the White House to make a gargantuan amount of money for himself and his family while helping Putin in every way possible and letting the heroic Ukrainian people suffer, all while inflation continues to grow. It's insane. For more of this content, please also follow me on midterms_messaging on Instagram and Blue Sky. Thank you.
Do you think it's a coincidence that once again this morning Donald Trump is going after a black person, in this case the mayor of Baltimore, that they have a feud on social media, that he's going after all of these black mayors across the country, and he wants to send the National Guard into all these cities like Chicago and all these other cities that happen to have black people that are running their cities? Do you think that's just a coincidence? No, I think not. Donald Trump proving again that he's a blatant bigot and racist. This isn't a coincidence. He has a problem with powerful black women. We know that for sure. He has a problem with powerful women in general, especially powerful women of color. And he's doing it again, and he's going after all of these mayors that happen to be black. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a coincidence. When he puts the National Guard in these cities that happen to have a lot of minorities and a black person as mayor, it is not a coincidence. Donald Trump is doing this on purpose because he's a racist.
Okay, since people apparently aren't paying close enough attention, I'm going to come on here every day and I'm going to share one thing that Donald Trump's doing that is destroying America as you know it. What's nice about this project is I will literally never run out of things. Today we're going to talk about refugee admissions. Now, ordinarily, the United States traditionally has been a country that people can come to escape dictatorial or authoritarian regimes. The Republicans like Donald Trump hate this because a lot of those people are coming from countries in the global south. A lot of them are from Asia or South America or Africa. They're not white. Well, non-white refugees, that's a problem that Donald Trump wants to solve. And so what he's going to do, it's reported today, is designate 75% of all refugee admission slots in the United States to white South Africans. That means the only way you can be a refugee to this country practically is to be a white person from South Africa. It is an open and unambiguous effort to alter the racial demography of America, a white supremacist effort to make America whiter again. It is contrary to every value America purports to stand for: tolerance, pluralism, openness. It's a return to the politics of the South in the 1950s, the idea that white men deserve to rule, that this is a country for white people. And that's just one thing. Stay tuned tomorrow, and it'll be something just as bad.
So people have been calling out Donald Trump, saying that many of his policies come from a place of racism. I mean, you hear people talk about deportations, the bans, the treatment of immigrants, and they connect it back to the old comments that he made years ago. So, now whether that is true or if it's not, that is not for me to decide. I'm just showing you guys what people are saying, right? But it really is painful hearing folks explain how it feels to be black or brown in America right now. I mean, especially under a president that they believe doesn't like them, right? But I want to know what you guys think. Do you feel like people are right to connect these policies to racism, or do you think that they are reading too much into it, right? Because at the end of the day, these are people's experiences, and these are their words, and I'm not here to push hate or call anyone racist. I'm only highlighting how communities are reacting, right? But I want to know what you think. Please drop your thoughts in the comments, and as always, this video is for commentary. This video is for news and educational purposes only. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll see you on my next one.